Alright normies, here's all the essential info you need heading into Jujutsu Kaisen Season 3. The new season kicked off yesterday. We're diving right into the height of the action. It's been a few years since Season 2 wrapped up, so a lot of folks are probably feeling a bit lost, especially anime-only viewers, people who haven't ascended to the higher realms of manga yet. This video is your go-to guide to get fully caught up and ready to dive in without any manga spoilers, so let's just get right into it. First off, the biggest thing, Satoru Gojo is trapped in the prison realm. This event is basically the spark that ignites everything in JJK. The first two seasons built up to the villains finally neutralizing Gojo. With him out of the picture, all their schemes can move forward without interference. The immediate fallout hits Jujutsu Society higher ups hard. Remember, Gojo and those old conservatives despised each other. Back in Season 1, Gojo even admitted he'd consider wiping them all out, but he knew that would just paint him as a tyrant and undo all real change. Instead, he focused on mentoring the next generation to build stronger, smarter allies who could shift the system completely. They hated him right back, but couldn't touch him. He was simply too powerful. The second he's sealed, though, they pounce. They issue 5 official declarations across Jujutsu Society. First of which is, they've confirmed Suguru Geto's survival and reinstated his death sentence. Someone is inhabiting Geto's body, and of course, Geto was originally a Jujutsu Society terrorist executed years ago by Gojo himself. Now that he appears to be back, they are demanding action. Second, Satoru Gojo is labeled an accomplice in the Shibuya incident, permanently banishing him from Jujutsu Society, and anyone attempting to unseal him will be treated as a criminal. They are pinning the whole disaster on Gojo, tying it to his old connection with Geto, suggesting they orchestrated everything together. Not only do they refuse to rescue him, but helping him now makes you an outlaw. They want him trapped forever. Third, Principal Masamichi Yaga of Jujutsu High faces execution for supposedly provoking Gojo and Geto into the Shibuya chaos. The higher ups never liked Yaga's progressive ideas either. He was Gojo's mentor after all. This is their chance to eliminate multiple threats at once, basically killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Fourth, Yuji Itadori's suspended death sentence is immediately reinstated and to be executed without delay. Gojo is the only reason Yuji survived this long. He convinced them to let Yuji consume all Sukuna's fingers first as a delay tactic to protect him. But with Gojo gone and Shibuya's massive casualties fresh, they are done waiting. Sukuna and his vessel must die right now. And fifth, the special great sorcerer Yuta Okotsu is officially assigned as Yuji's executioner. All these declarations share one goal: eliminate Gojo and everyone close to him. They are clearing the board of opposition, and even trying to free Gojo now brands you as a criminal. But hold up, Yuta was one of Gojo's own students. Why not target him too? And why trust him with killing Yuji? And it's actually addressed right at the end of Shibuya. After Yuta saves that young girl, he reports to the higher ups. They brush it off, saying they'll never trust him no matter how many curses he exercises. Yuta proposes a binding vow to prove his commitment, staking his life on following through. He argues Yuji's responsible for Inumaki losing an arm in Shibuya, and Sukuna is an enormous danger. That's how he earns their reluctant approval. This sets up the early part of Season 3, often teased as the Itadori Extermination Arc, where Yuji faces off against Yuta. That covers the power struggles and politics. So, beyond being targeted by most of Jujutsu Society, what's Yuji's situation right now? When we last saw him, he teamed up with Choso. Remember their intense fight in Season 2? Choso dominated, but as he went for the kill, he suddenly had the vivid false memories and began seeing Yuji as his little brother. It was a head scratcher, especially for anime onlys. I'll dive deeper into that in a future video once the anime reveals more, but for now, Choso switches sides and ends Season 2 allied with Yuji, both battling the entity possessing Geto's body. On top of that, Yuki Tsukomu jumps back into the fray. She mentored Aoi Todo back in the day and was part of Jujutsu Society during Gojo and Geto's era, but left because she rejected the higher ups' outdated ways. She arrives to aid Yuji and Choso against Geto's possessor, but fails to stop him. That brings us to the villain's final move at the close of Season 2, the crucial setup for Season 3 and the Culling Games. Quick reminder, Yuji delivers that epic beatdown on Mahito. As Mahito flees, he bumps into fake Geto, expecting help. Instead, the imposter absorbs him using cursed spirit manipulation. He then unleashes Uzumaki, compressing the cursed spirit into a powerful energy blast. He used it on Miwa earlier, but with a high-level spirit like Mahito, Uzumaki also lets him extract and use their technique once. He immediately steals Transfiguration, then remotely applies it across Japan's Jujutsu barrier. He targets 2 groups of people he pre-marked. People who have swallowed cursed objects like Yuji did with Sukuna's finger. We even see Tsumiki Fushiguro, Megumi's Kumato's sister, implying his involvement there, and latent technique users whose bodies couldn't manifest them. Transfiguration reshapes their bodies, turning the marked non-sorcerers into viable vessels and awakening dormant techniques in others. To break it down, he absorbs Mahito, grabs Transfiguration, and mass activates it nationwide on thousands. This creates a flood of new sorcerers and potential vessels. His goal: push the evolution of humanity, curses, and cursed energy further. He's Choso's creator. He fused humans and curses for the death paintings, but that didn't satisfy him. Now he's forcing a new golden age, a new Heian era of Jujutsu. by sparking massive conflict to evolve cursed energy mastery. As he boasts, he unleashed 1,000 malicious Yuji Itadoris into the world, pure chaos to fuel growth. That's the cliffhanger Season 2 left us on. Season 2 ends with Yuji and his friends marked for death, while a massive lethal tournament is forced upon the Jujutsu world with hordes of newly awakened sorcerers. Gojo's ceiling really flips everything upside down for our protagonists. That's essentially all the key recap you need to feel confident jumping into Season 3, knowing exactly where we left off and what's coming next. If you've got any specific questions, drop them in the comments. I might answer or even make dedicated videos if I missed anything big. As always, thanks for watching and see you guys in the next video. Alright, bye!